G'day, Bob, back again for another bit of an update on the build. Well, the bike's stripped down. The pannier racks or the luggage racks are off at the powder coaters. Don't need the rest of the back end on if that's going to happen. One of the problems I've got actually with all the racks that are going to go there is that these get a bit covered, and with the top box and almost look a bit hidden. I may have to bring them back a bit, like other bikes sometimes do, relocate that stuff. But today, in my big empty garage, as I come around here, parts arrived, which is fantastic. Free spirits from the Netherlands, or free little keyring, that's awesome. I have got the handlebar riser set from them, which I'm going to, can I do this one-handed? There we go. Which I'm going to now install, which is going to give me a couple of inches of lift on the handlebars and just sort of get them a bit closer back to me. So what we'll do is we will pull the bike over, get it on its stand, and start disassembling the handlebars. Alright, well, I've hoisted the handlebars into a couple of little strops just to help support when I undo all this business here. And here is the part, and it's going to give me, a couple of inches of rise, and I think that'll just help bring the bars back to me a wee bit too. So we'll start undoing some stuff, and we'll get a shot or two when it's in position. Okay, so the problem I've encountered is that the wiring is a bit short for the instruments to sit on the top, and I'm not very keen on putting it underneath the set because that'll raise it a bit more, and it'll sort of put the back here on washers or just little booster plates rather than actually having it sit on its own mount. So I'm going to have to probably undo the tank and lift that up to try and feed a bit more wiring through. So that's a bit of a pain actually, because I can't get any further wire out of that. I'm going to have to undo some stuff and jiggle it all up, see if I can't get some extra wiring. But and I don't really want to put it on washers. I'd rather no, I'd rather not do that. I've got enough length in the bolts, which is good, but yeah, so I think we might just have to try and, we should have to take the tank off, but I'll just try and lift it out of the way a little bit. So always happens, it's okay. Alright, so here's where we're up to. First of all, the banging is my son playing the drums. When this is mounted, the wires are too short to meet the switch block. I mean, they can connect together, but then they're too short when they're behind this clamp, which is where they're supposed to be, otherwise the tank's going to rub. And when you turn to the right and extend that, it's going to pull and it's just not going to be right. So I'm just wondering what to do. Now, I've had handlebars where I've changed the length of wires before a couple of times, and it's possible, but I just wasn't really wanting to do that. It's just quite surprising that this is not just a plug and play type of deal. I mean, obviously it just pushes the instrument cluster up by the 2 inches and lengthens the wires, or pulls the wires back 2 inches. Some of these wires are not all part of this little bunch here, so I might be able to get away with doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd have to do 8 and just put a couple of inches in to pull this block to comfortably you know, meet that plug, but I just really wasn't wanting to do that. So I'm just umming and ahhing. There's nothing. I've looked online and I can't see where another one's been fitted, and I can't see where anyone's had a solution, and there are no fitting instructions from Free Spirits, which is a real pain, that sent the riser. So I'm a bit disappointed actually about that, because I mean, the machining and the quality's fine, but the fitting instructions are rubbish because there aren't any. So I'm just sort of wondering what to do. So I might have to resort to just lengthening this little group, and then it'll move, because I've got the, was it 3 or 4 other wires that will just, they've got enough pull just to meet the plug, but it's just these ones that I'm not going to do it. So oh well, you can just keep watching me work at high speed. Well, here we are. I've actually put the bike away because the last video I shot with it out in the garage was still on that sort of time lapse. So the last video came out pretty high speed, but you couldn't hear anything. So I've parked it, but here we go. I've also put the screen on, which is the Harley-Davidson XR1200 quick release screen, which I really like, and it also has the little plastic arms that reach onto the bars, even though it's now lifted up a couple of inches. So it's come out really well. It's nice and tidy. It's got the wires actually just sort of sneak underneath there now, rather than going down all around the front, so that looks quite tidy. And I like the height. I've sat on the bike and it just sort of comes back to me a bit nicer. So obviously there was a bit of work involved in getting all the wiring sorted out, but I think it's come out nice. It looks a bit roomy underneath the instruments down to the headlamp, but that's okay. And the screen makes it look nice. So all in all, a bit of a mission, but it's good. It's good. Well, I'll see you next time. Not sure what the next project might be. It could be the pulley, it could be the bag racks being fitted and the bags going on properly. It could be something else, but for now, this is this job all done. So this is Bob. Thanks for watching. Share it with your friends and your other fellow riders. I'll see you next time.